Hello, everybody. Welcome to Father Media News. Your host, Dave Mead. Um, I'm doing it off my phone today because had a whole bunch of things to do. I had to cook today too. And I'm just letting you know that President Donald Trump, man, he is on the roll. He is on the roll with 200 executive orders out there already. 200 executive orders. ICE agents all over the place. The only people right now, that is cooperating is the the federal government. Um, right now is actually cooperating with the with the deportation. So um, it's pretty it's it's actually pretty obvious that right now I'm kind of like really in my room right now. So yeah, so I'm kind of like really in my room right now, and yeah, it's kind of like really ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So and well, Worcester Mayor, she says that she's not going to cooperate with the federal laws and with the executive orders that President Donald Trump issued out there. So um, she said she's not. The mayor of Worcester said she's not going to comply with the uh, with the federal government. So, and with the executive orders that are actually put out there right now. Um, anyways, right now I'm really I'm talking on my I'm using my phone, but also I'm going to use my computer and I'm going to really pull up some stuff that are here. So, and let's see here. Uh, so yeah, the Worcester mayor, yeah. She said that she's not. I mean, she's not going to, she's telling all the parents, don't let she's telling all the parents, not to let her kid, let their kids off the bus because if they see an ICE agent, uh, you know, um, they see an ICE agent, don't let your kids off the bus. So President Donald J. Trump, he's the one that signed those 200 executive orders, executive action orders to deport. You know what I'm saying? These people. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, and he already said, okay, and this is what he said, okay, out of his own mouth, okay. He said, you know, if the if the mayors, city councilors, they don't cooperate with the federal government, and he said that they will be arrested too. So I mean, wow. I mean that's pretty sad. You know what I'm saying? you know, for for a president to say that. You know what I'm saying? But he already signed an executive order for that too. So, and I mean, I hope the Worcester mayor, I hope she works with the federal government, because I mean, I wouldn't want to be her either. You know what I'm saying? Getting arrested and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to be her. That is that is a pretty sad, you know what I'm saying, for stuff like that to happen. Tom Homan reveal how mass Tom Homan, President Donald Trump, border crisis revealed. Wow, that is something there. But it is something that we that they're doing right now. So, but hey, something that is. I mean, he already said, okay, what he's going to do when he took office. He's already stated it, and everybody knew. Okay, everyone knew what he was going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey, today in Fall River, I saw about 3 or 4 ICE agents over here in Fall River too. So, I mean, I saw a few ICE agents over here too. You know what I'm saying? So, en masse. Now, let me tell you something. Like I told you, I've been saying this. He means business. You know what I'm saying? He means business, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And he's not going to mess around. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's a guy I wouldn't want to stand in his way when those executive orders are out there. Chicago, New York City, Boston, yeah, Massachusetts, and like I told you before, I seen some ICE agents over here too. When I was out at the laundromat, I was coming back. I was like, "Holy mackerel!" I said, "What the hell is this?" I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 of them, 4 of them on marked cars, 4 of them. So right by. They may be watching the house right next to me too. So who knows? But hey, they the MS-13s gang related. And in this country, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, going around hurting people, you know what I'm saying? You know? So, I mean, that is something that, so yeah, I mean, the MS-13 gangs from Venezuela, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look at, man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's nuts. I mean, but hey, it's good though in a way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, hey, this is all. Hey, look at this way though. This was all because of the. This was all because of the Biden administration. So, Biden Harris administration. This was all because of them. So, I mean, when you're over there, but hey, there's going to be let me see here. Let's find some news here. News. Let's see here. NEW. Let's see here. See what we got here. Fall River Political Sports from the Herald News. Let's read that. Fall River Teacher Union okayed a new contract with a big pay raise. Wow. Let me see what kind of pay raise is this. Fall River City, largest teacher in the union, has a overwhelmingly ratified a 3-year deal with the Fall River Public School System, and the end of the site after nearly a year longer navigation process, according to a statement from the Fall River Educator Associated. The contract, including wages increase between 8%, 21% over the life of a deal, improved paid. You see here, improved deal to improve paid family leave benefits and safer buildings and guardrails designs to keep the workload manageable. FREA President Keith Michigan and a FEMA member have been laminating a dispensary between Fall River and neighboring schools and districts, and saying that Fall River pays the conditions are not compatible. But this contract will begin to contract that the problem, and I am helpful to with contracts and retain the higher classified educator that students deserve. According to the copy of the union, old 2024, and contract, and new teachers started out earning just 48,000 per year, raising it to 87,000 depending on the year of experience, the year of experience, levels of education, and extra pay by expanding learning time along with the pay raise to contracts. Also calls for the district to pay for 4 weeks and a family leave and allow members to use the accumulate times as well as access to family level banks. I am very pleased to be available to get this complete. And Mayor Paul Coogan, who serves at head of the school committee and a longtime former educator, navigation team worked hard to get this done. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Mayor Paul Coogan's a friend. Gave him a high pay, $87,000, 87 grand. You don't see a teacher like that getting 87 grand like that. Oh my God. 87,000. You don't see a teacher getting that kind of money. Oh boy. That's that's a lot of money, man. $87,000. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that's a lot of money for that to happen, you know. Wow. This is from the Associated Press. Yeah, there's no video to it. So, let's see what else news and entertainment we got here. Let's see what else we have here. So we got here in the New York Times. Oh, let's continue reading here. Wow. let's see here. We got to continue reading here. New fire, rain, ashes, and closing and interstate highways on northern LA. Yeah, big fire in LA again. LA, wow, wildfire going on in LA. Wow, this is like, damn. Let me see if they have a video of it. Maybe I can play that. Let's see here. Let me see. Nope, I can't play it. Yeah, this is like really pathetic. Yeah, the LA fires again. Yeah, it's still burning. Yeah. And the analyst says that Trump is embracing a trapping process and thrones to restore the power of residents of Trump, claiming that God put him there to insert that the rights to signal, handle, and Andrew the world map and seeing fit. No, I mean, hey, like I said, I'm saying this is, the world news. SBN stars walk from 7 million contract saving his college teams. Andrew Waskwe trying to help. And Gaza family returns home, only finds pill to rubble. And it took us a few minutes to accept that this is a pile of rubble was our home, said Islam Dizel, whose family was ordered to Israel to evacuate Raft in May. So yeah, why is Israel targeting Jen in the West Banks? Well, hey, I'm just reading them out. Early topic inside of one new Yankee like private restaurants. This is the New York Times that I am getting to. Nearly 50 years after, wait a minute, deadly conspiracy describes that trial of 3 charged in gay bar murder. Wow. 3 men have been accused of murder as part of the plot of drugs robin review in Middletown in 2022. 2 of their targets end up dead. Nearly 50 years after Honolulu teen killing, police officer arrested an ex-schoolmate. DNA evidence is helping to lead the long-time detectives as suspects in the murder of dorm members of 16 who was strangled and found dead here at a high school. Man charged with giving fake Botox injections that stick clients. Wow, booster shots. This is crazy. And an 11-year-old pulls over and sports most common Rocky card over the Pittsburgh Pirates and offering 2 seasons and tickets behind home plate for 30 years in exchange to Paul skating Rocky card. That's cool. Why is the picture powerfully costs himself $50,000 with an injection to CC and being a great tournament carrying, even if it means to finding the manager, a manager orders. I just love reading the homepage of the New York paper because ex-NYPD sergeant was guilty of punching a man 13 times, gets no jail time. Wow. That's all. That's Banner gets lawyer for a brief delay with trial set for March 4th. Lynn bans jewelry for designer and building empire star dies after sky accident. South Carolina utility seeking buyers for failure to nuclear projects. Reading some real paper here now. Yeah, let's get to the homepage, man. Let me see here. Business games, cookings, and stuff like that. Let's see what the U.S. has got. Evacuation orders given by late to air where the fire was that were considered all 17 people who died in Eaton's fire level in areas where evacuation order comes hours later than others. Even home nearbys were already burning. Some people never received a warning at all. Wow, that's terrible. Some people never received a warning at all. That is so terrible. Howard adopts the definition of antonym discipline. Let's see. Some of these words are Trump administration canceled flights for refuge already approved to travel. If you work with federal governments, how are you feeling about the DEI? You want to know workers processing President Trump's decisions ends hiring practice and meant the future diversity, equality, in conclusion, in the federal workforce. The bishop who pleaded with Trump was anyone going to say anything? The bishop bubble locked eyes with President Trump and made a plea for mercy, and the wars over spiritual authorities in America was ignited arrow. Well, let's get into that part because this is the part that I really wanted to take a look at because this is the part that I really wanted to get involved with. Now, when you're in church, okay. So, all right. So when you're in church, okay, you're supposed to preach the word of God, right? So now, this bishop woman, okay, what she did was she brought the political into it, okay. She brought the political. It's like Trump is like, okay. He was confused a little bit, and his daughters were there. I mean, you're supposed to preach the word of God, okay? I mean, why are you bringing religion? Why was the bishop bringing in political and religion? That really just shook me right up right there. It did. I mean, she didn't say anything, okay, but the word of God. She didn't say anything about God. It was the political. It was she brought in political. The political thing was what got me. Okay, she did not she did not mention anything about God at all. Okay. She did not do anything from the scripture, from the Bible. She did not do anything, okay, except bring in the political involved inside of a church, a Catholic church. I mean, and this is why we shouldn't even have political. Political is supposed to be separate from any religious church, whether you're Christian, whether you're Catholic, whether you're Protestant. I don't care what you are, but political shouldn't even be involved, okay, with it. It shouldn't, okay. I mean, that should have been separate. When you go to church, you're supposed to read from the scripture, okay, the word of God. So, and when I saw the video, I was like, oh my God, I'm confused. I was so confused. Is this bishop reading from the Bible? Is she reading from the Bible, or is it a political thing? This woman did not say anything about God or nothing. Wow. She threw God right under the bus. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, this was hilarious. Okay, it was. I mean, I was confused too when I saw the video. I was like, really? I'm like, oh. I said, I mean, you go to church to pray. You go to church to listen to scripture, right? You don't go to church to listen to political stuff. Political stuff is supposed to be separate, okay? Supposed to be separate from political stuff, okay? And Trump was like, geez, I mean, here I am in church. That's the last thing I had on my mind. You know what I'm saying? I come to church to listen to the word of God from the Bible, to scripture. And Trump is looking at Melania like, what is this woman saying? What is this woman saying? But still, now he owes Trump, she owes Trump an apology, and publicly apology, because that wasn't right. In my opinion, that wasn't right at all. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Regardless of who likes Trump and who likes Trump and who don't like Trump, regardless. Okay. That should have been a political opinion. Okay. Out of my opinion. So this is like that I was like so confused. I mean, why is she bringing a political message into a Catholic church when she's supposed to be reading from the Bible, the scripture? I like to know what domination is that. Well, it's a Catholic. It's a Catholic church. I don't know if it's Catholic or Protestant or what, but I mean, if I was there, believe me, I would have turned around. I would have gotten up from my seat and walked right out and said, you know what? I didn't hear nothing from the Bible. All it was, she gave a lecture about political pleading with the president of the United States. What Trump does in the political world, it doesn't have to necessarily be brought up in the Catholic Church or any church, whether you're Protestant, Catholic, or whatever, or Christian, okay, or Baptist. It shouldn't even be brought up in the religion world. That should be totally separate. That should be totally separate. Okay, it should be. So yeah, I did. I had to take my teeth out of my mouth. Yeah. So I know. But hey, because they keep them falling out. Laugh out loud. Yeah, right on YouTube too. Um, but it's okay. But in the political world, you're supposed to leave all the political on the outside and focus on uh, religion on the inside. You know what I'm saying? I mean, wow, that really put me that really put me right in there. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh man, key straight here with this. You know what I'm saying? So um, Congress is a clear message for deport immigration, access, and crimes. Yeah, well, I mean they're out there. Well, I mean, I can't see it because I would have to buy it for $1. But I'll subscribe to it. Let me see. I don't have a credit card debit with that. And yeah, there is. There is times that that you have to really understand the the meaning. I'm saying keep politics out of the equation. That's what we're looking for. Got to keep it out of the equation. You can't keep bringing politics inside religion. Okay, we said this once, and I'm not going to say it again. The politics should be separate from religion. Okay, it should be. I'm saying, you want to talk politics. Okay, you know what? Go out in the politics world and talk about politics. But when you're in a church, when you're in a Catholic church or any church like a Protestant church or whatever, leave the politics out of it. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to keep putting politics into it. I mean, we said this many times, and I was like really confused. I'm like, oh my God, look at this. Look at this. What's this bishop saying? You know what I'm saying? I was like, she's pleading to Trump and about this and this and that. And it's like, okay, is she reading from the scripture or she's doing a lecture during church time? Yeah. Wow. that was a nutty thing. I'm telling you, going on there. Yeah, it was. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, um, me personally. I probably would have gotten up and walked out and and say, you know what, I ain't dealing with all this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? This is bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So it's really I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand any of all this. The nonsense and stuff. Uh, it's so much. We're gonna probably listen to a video or something. I want to listen to a video. I'm trying to find one. Political video. I've been trying to, find one. Maybe I should just shut this thing off here for now. Yeah, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let me see if it worked. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. It's not gonna work. I thought it was actually gonna work, but it was not. So, yeah, yeah. It's a video. Yeah, I thought it was gonna work, but it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a lot of videos out here. Trump administration fired Coast Guard chief first woman that led the branch of a military. Wow, you know, why did he do it? Your first day in the White House is not over yet by presidential personnel's office and activities and process and identifying removals of thousands of presidential appointees from the previous administration who are not yeah, well, I mean, and again, you know what I'm saying? Trump already said what he was going to do. You know what I'm saying? Trump said he was going to clean house, and now he's cleaning house. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta you have to you gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? That's those sort of things. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's something that he said he was going to do it, and he's doing it. Now he did. So, Fall River man dies after crash on 195 Eastern in Seacon. How much snow did you Massachusetts get? Over here are the totals of January 20th. Well, we only got 2 inches of snow. That's it. Yeah, that's all we did was here 2 inches of snow here in Massachusetts. I'm using my phone, so please do not call my phone. I'm using my phone. So I am kind of like really using my phone for so I can read the news articles and stuff too. So officers released the names of details in concern of a fatal in New Bedford. Here, let me see what this is about. A New Bedford house fire was claiming by residents in life and injuries of 4 others, and yesterday's appears to accidental, remaining under investigation, said the New Bedford Fire Chief Scott Kira, New Bedford Police Chief Paul Oliveira, State Fire Marshal John Duvin, and Bristol County District Attorney Thomas Quinn III. District Attorney Quinn is offering identifying these victims of a 88-year-old Alfredo Martin of New Bedford, who on a behalf of the New Bedford Fire Department, I want to express my heartfelt condolence to Mr. Martin's family and Chief Curran, and our thoughts are with them and also with the residents. Who are lost their homes, and this is a terrible loss for them and the community. And the Bedford Fire Department responded reports of a fire on 24 Carter Street shortly after 1 yesterday afternoon. On arrival, firefighters observed a heavy fire coming from the 2-family homes. Firefighters rescues one person using a ladder and a second floor, while 3 others escaped on their own. These 4 residents were transported to the area hospitals and medical care. Martin was pronounced deceased at the scene, and the office of the chief medical examiner will determine the cause of the minor of the death. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's too perfect word to resolve. Yeah. So the first went to the alarm cause of catastrophic damages of the building. Firefighters brought under control in the above hour and a half to Riggins after fire remained under investigation to the New Bedford Fire Department, New Bedford Police Department, State Police, and fire investigators assigned to the State Fire Marshal Office, State Police assigned to Bristol County District Attorney's Office. Preliminarily, the fire does not appear suspicious. Investigation determines that the fire began near the couch in the first floor living room near the front left and home, and they found smoking marshals and any electrical outlets in the area, but has not reached a determination as the exact cause. Monday's fire marked first of Massachusetts' first death of 2025. State Fire Marshal's Division said the 2024 smoke was in the lead cause of a residential fire fatal in Massachusetts. New Bedford EMS and New Bedford Emergency Management Agencies and New Bedford Department of Public Works and Providence, Canton provided support at the scene. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much there. 14-year-old motorcycle rider was seriously injured after highway collision with a 17-year-old driver in Taunton. Taunton teen died just hours before 15th birthday after collision with the vehicle. Let's see what this is about. Chief Edward Watts reports that Taunton Police Department responded to Tuesday to a serious motor vehicle accident crash approximately 3 p.m. at the Taunton Police and Fire Department were called to the intersection of Somerset Avenue on Route 138 and Silverwood Drive, and reports of a motor vehicle collision. Police arrived to find two vehicles crashed involving a Toyota Corolla and a KO mini motorcycle. The driver of the car, a 17-year-old Taunton female, was not injured, but the driver of the mini motorcycle, a 14-year-old Taunton male, suffered some serious injuries. He was taken to local hospital. The crash remains under investigation by Taunton Police and associated from the Massachusetts State Police Collision Analyst and Reconstruction Section Team. Wow. That was hard, man. Yeah. That was hard. Yes, it was. It was not, it was not easy to read, but I read it. Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job of actually reading these things, reading these things down. So let me see what else is going on here. Let me see. Let's see what's facing forward. What's facing the nation. Fall River reporter faces Fall River program. Spotlight people of Fall River is deserving some recreation due to some of that makes Fall River a better place to live. And while now someone with an interesting stories, you can see the first I don't want to see this one. Meet Jackie, friendly face. I met near the Fall River District Court. She was the sighting of a bench sitting across the street in a bench straight across the street from the apartments, and we struck up and conversation. But Jackie is recovering from addict that moved the Fall River from Quincy, become a resource to the help with her addictions and lower rents and costs of living here. Addictions caused her husband to divorce her and to strain a relationship she was with her children. And I own let's see, children, addiction causing, but now in a better place with a good relationship with my children, grandchildren. I am thankful for the recovery for Fall River that made it possible for me to recover and have a home, Jackie. Face of the Fall River is a project of Michael Sullivan with a goal of recognizing everyday people in Fall River. Now someone is deserving recognition to email this. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Fall River media will never get a recognition. Uh, they say faces of facing for forward nomination forms. Let me see this. I'm here doing a. Let me see. Trying to read some of these things in the newspaper. Let me see what else is going on here. Let's see here. WSAR 1480 AM 9.59 PM. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Ground news. Let's see what this is about. Let's see. We got here cookies. This is ground news. The latest news and stories of Fall River Movement is looking for the public's help after a vehicle occupant threw food, glass, and bottles at her. A Fall River woman is looking for the public's help after an incident that reports on Saturday night, and call comes into the dispatch just after 11 p.m. in the area of Walnut and Robeson Street, stating that a woman was walking with her boyfriend when a vehicle kept driving by. Then a person. They see the full story here. The story is only covered by news. Covered and yeah. All right. This is an article. Former woman is looking for the public's help occupant. Yeah, somebody threw a what do you call it at her. So I don't know what it was, but it was some kind of a food at her or something. You know what I'm saying? You know. And when they throw food at people, it's pretty sad though. You know what I'm saying? It is. You know, people just don't. Let's see here. What else is going on? I covered everything. Let me see. Officials released the name of more details concerning by fatal Bedford. Let me see. We got news. And NBC News, police and other. Then President Trump is pardoning and communications for those who took part in the January 6th attack on the Capitol. One of those are releasing inquire Terrell, head of the Fair Right Proud Boys. Let's see what California wildfire update is now. A huge fire exploded to 80,000 acres of northern Los Angeles and counties. Wow. That is a huge fire towards that place. I wish I had a turnaround camera. Top headlines: a new fire began and quickly grew in northeastern Los Angeles County on Wednesday, reaching over 80,000 acres for the afternoon. For the first responders rushed to contain that blaze, aimed at high winds. Wow. That's pretty bad. Huge fire across 80,096 acres, spreading northeast and triggering 12 evacuation warnings and 10 evacuation orders to eject action areas Wednesday at 1:17 p.m. Oh, Wednesday at 3:49 p.m. posted. Let me see. Huge grown of 3,407 acres. Let's see here. That's pretty much. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? California. Well, my prayers and thoughts go out to California. That's all I can do for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a rich person. But I mean, the people that, worked for, that worked all their lives growing up as movie stars and everything, when they were kids, they worked very hard for their money. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they got it for free. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be an actress or a movie star, you got to go to school for that. You got to go to school for that. And you can't just become an actress or a movie star just like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what you're doing. You got to know, how to act. You know what I'm saying, in a movie. I know this person. I will not mention his name. But what he does is, you know what I'm saying, he goes around acting. Yeah, he doesn't have any experience in acting. And I don't want to mention his name because I don't want him saying anything to me, you know what I'm saying, because we're not friends anymore, after what he said, you know what I'm saying. What are you, jealous? You know what I'm saying? Or what are you, jealous? No, I'm not jealous because I really just don't want to be an actress or an actor. You know what I'm saying? I do pretty good with forward media news, and I do. And we're not friends anymore because now he thinks he's got his head up. Only when he wants something, he'll come around. You know what I'm saying? And the Cabrals were like that for a very long time, ever since they were kids. The parents and stuff like that. Only when they'll get mad at you, then they'll come around. They'll get mad at you, then they'll come around. You know what I'm saying? The Cabrals were always like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, especially Ronnie when he lost his father too. So I give him some sympathy for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I lost my dad too. Same thing. You got to be a movie. You got to have an education in movies, and the movie industry. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go and hop on a movie whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, I'm going to become a millionaire. I mean, you're not going to become a millionaire overnight. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's unfortunately, I mean, that's it. You're not going to become a millionaire overnight. But so I mean, it is. Winter storm dropped a record of breaking snow in New Orleans and spread it into Florida and the Carolina area as well. Trump finds a new way to flex presidential powers after returning to the White House. Good for him. Los Angeles. Well, he's gonna go to Los Angeles, California, and he's probably gonna work with the Governor Gavin Newsom, of the Los Angeles state governor, because Gavin Newsom called President Trump and asked him for help. So I guess Gavin Newsom and him are talking. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I'm yeah. Gavin and him are talking. So they'll figure out what they're gonna do with Los Angeles, California, because that there needs to be built. You need to be paying for some people's houses, people's the business people that worked hard for their money. They worked hard for their money, and something. And I mean, I would, even actress, they worked hard for their money. You know what I'm saying? Since they were kids, you know what I'm saying? growing up, and kids, how they are. Kids, oh, I want to be an actress. You know what I'm saying? But you got to work hard for it. You got to go to school for it, and you got to have talent. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you got talent, you know what you're doing, then you can become an actress. You know what I'm saying? But not, I mean, it's something that that you have to do. So President Donald Trump is willfully breaching the transitional boundaries of a presidential powers of the return to the White House, bringing the lifetime of bending the limits in the courthouse, boardrooms, and politic, foreign, and expensive views of this authority. Wow. Well, I got my views on things. You know what I'm saying? So I always have my views on things. Something though. Since the Biden administration left, you know what I'm saying? Things been starting to look up. And something, other people may have a different opinion on it. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? And I know one person might have an opinion on that, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, something, you can't please everybody, you know what I'm saying? If you can please everybody, well, geez, I mean, this would be a better world, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what's going on with this administration here. New administration highlighted in Trump's second day, bringing pushback and Bishop pleading. Yeah. Lawsuit challenge and President Trump and executive orders on birthright citizenship and protection for federal workers, and a church leader is asking him to show mercy in jail and courtrooms, and high profile on January 6th defendants walk free. So, well, the reason why they walked free, because they had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but the bishop, man, I just don't get her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, what puzzles me, okay, is that instead of her reading the scripture from a Bible, she brings up political stuff. You know what I'm saying? Inside of the church. Okay. I mean, that's what really kind of like really pissed me off. Okay. I mean, with that being said, I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Do it. I mean, come on, Bishop, man. Stop bringing stuff in political inside a church. Read the Bible. That's what the Bible's there for. Man, the Bible might be saying, geez, why did you open me up? You know what I'm saying? And if you're going to talk about political stuff and pleading with the president of the United States, and I thought that, I was confused, you know what I'm saying? But the president was more confused than I am. So was the first lady in the family of the Trump family. Was more confused. I mean, keep the political stuff out of church, man. Please. I'm saying we go to church to hear the word scriptures, okay? Like Psalms 24 verse 25, and we want to hear verses from the Bible. We don't want to hear political stuff. This is why we go to church. You know what I'm saying? So please. I mean, it's kind of sad when you have to deal with you want to get political out of your mind when you're in church. I'm saying, so that's what you want to do. I mean, that's good enough. That's respect. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see here. What is going on here? Blue Organ lunch and green rockets. Oh, I like SpaceX. Blue, orange, and launch rockets and clean rockets is combined as the first SpaceX contender. Wow. That is awesome. I like that. Edited notice released by Glenn Mason Voyager here as it happens. Blue Orange Rockets Company's Amazon billionaire Jeff Benzo found a notch of one of the most substantial, successful history in Thursday, sending a rocket to orbit. Wow, that is pretty cool. Maybe continue on reading. And the debit flights of Glean and Company's first rocket is powerful enough to launch a shuttle and to space. Space took off after 2 a.m. Eastern from the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. The administration, technology, and the board of the rocket called in a blue ring finder was safely carried to orbit, making a mission successful. Blue Rocket organ did not reach its bounds goal, but guiding parts of the new Glean rocket called the first stage booster back to safety landing and seafaring platform after taking off. Man, wow, this is beautiful. This rocket, man, is beautiful. SpaceX, man, this is like so beautiful. I love Space Force. I love SpaceX and Space Force. This is so beautiful. Long waiting flights of the countdown clock through 0 and New Glean and up to 7 engines and lifting off and launching launch pads for the first stage of the rocket. Bottom most important portion of a fire, it is engines for more than 3 minutes before ditching from New Glean upper portion. This is awesome, man. You know, I mean, that's why, you know, I like to use my phone for you know, that's why I like to use my phone, and because world news. Let me see. Wait. Let me see. Teen fatal shooting, family student, one wounded another. A Nashville high school policy saying this, man. Florence National Park area, Samuel trip planning. Let me see what this is. New York, Astrakhan arrested for buying and injecting fake boot talk. Prosecutor, yeah. Ex-Proud Boys leaders in Europe and terror back home, and Trump on January 6th. They're out, man. These guys didn't do anything wrong. The DOD threatened to prosecute local officials over immigration forces. This is what I was talking about. This is the DOJ is threatened to prosecute local officials over immigration enforcement. Okay, this is what I was reading. Okay, this is what I was actually talking about. Okay, the Trump administration has directed to federal prosecutors nationwide investigation for potentially bringing criminal charges against the state and local officials who don't cooperate with the president's plans to carry out mass deportation, according to a document obtained by the Washington Post. See, this is what I was talking about. Okay, and and now the Worcester mayor, okay, the Worcester mayor is not going to cooperate with the with with the plan, with the investigation. She's not. So if she does it, guess what happens? Then she'll be arrested, okay, for not. She'll be arrested for aiding, abetting in a prosecution and also in an investigation that was carried out by the Trump administration. Okay? You know, how stupid can you be? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, potentially. How dumb can you be? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you have a federal investigation going on, right? And you don't, and they're telling you that, you know, if you don't carry this out, and work with us, you're subject to be arrested. Okay, you're gonna get arrested, and yeah, and there goes here, and there goes the Worcester mayor political, okay, career down the drain for not telling families, if you see an ICE agent, do not let your kids off the bus. Hello, the ICE agents will go on the bus, take the kid off the bus, and take the kid away, and there's nothing you can do about it because they got orders to carry this mission out. Okay, they have orders. How dumb and stupid can the mayor of Worcester be? Okay, for real. The memo of Justice Department employees late Tuesday, the Deputy's Attorney General emailed Brave Bars wrote that the primacy clause of the Constitution of the legal authorities to require the state and local actors to comply with the executive branches, immigration enforcement, and incentives to order the U.S. Attorney's Office to across the country to investigate these officials who define those efforts and consider prosecuting them on charges that if they convict could send them to prison. Federal law prohibits the state and local actors from restraining, obstruction, and other wishes is failing to comply with law, immigration related to common Bove and former federal prosecutor who spent recent years in private practice. And was one of Donald Trump's defense lawyers in his criminal case. A Justice Department spokesperson confirms that the memo was sent out Tuesday night, but other wishes declined these comments, and a separated memo Wednesday. The agency's new leadership announced that different but also significant changes in a civil rights division, halting any litigate to related to action, in this case left over from the Biden administration, and the freeze sim jeopardize police reforms agreements and justice departments and navigating in the recent months with the city, including the Minnesota, Louisville, and Mattapan. Yeah. So, I mean, I told you. I mean, I said this, okay? And, I read up on these things. I see it, you know what I'm saying? And, even with the Biden administration, even with the Trump administration, even with the Clinton administration, all these administrations that when I read and I look at these things, when they put something out there, obey by the federal government, because the federal government is not going to play with you. They will lock you up and throw away the key. That's what they'll do. The federal government, they will not hesitate to come in your house, kick down your door, and drag you out by your ears. They will not hesitate to do it. Okay? If it's ordered by the president or any president of the United States, that's what will happen. Okay? If they got orders to break down your door, they will come in and drag you out. Okay? And that's how the federal government will do it. Okay? So, I mean, brave director's response by immigration executive orders Trump signed on his first day in office that aims to super change enforcement memos likely to face fear and blowbacks from the legal advocacy groups of the officials in the cities and states within sanctuary policies that frustrating the president and mass deportation plans during his first term. New Jersey Attorney General Matthew J. Plaskin responded on Wednesday by saying his state will continue to ensure that the violent criminals and subjected immigration enforcement while making sure that other immigrants feel comfortable reporting crimes without fear of being deported. My approach is based on well settled in New Jersey and federal laws, Pulaski said in a statement, and I will always stand up for rules of law. I like that idea. And the memo referred to newly establishing sanctuary cities enforcement working groups, will work with the Justice Department to take legal action against the state and local policies that clash with the administration immigration enforcement goals. At least two senior careers officials have been transformed and from the Department National Security Division to the new office since the Trump was sworn in. Hey, I know some of you people don't like Trump, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, and the Justice Department director is also addressing long swimming conflict between immigration and customs enforcement of agencies that detain and deport immigrations and status and local laws enforcement over federal deportation process. ISIS prefers the arrest immigration for possible deportation after police have booked them for a alleged crime, even if it is a minor offense such as shoplifting. Sanctuary police endanger federal agents by requiring them to make the arrest by the community's officials by imposing other wishes, law-abiding immigrants to arrest if they share home with a fugitive. Well, yeah, I mean, if you have, okay, and a fugitive in your home, okay, and you don't tell them that you have a fugitive here, okay, you know what? You're subject to get arrested too with them. You're subject to go with them too as well. So, but I, you know, with that being said, but I would actually be careful of what people do, especially the Worcester mayor. You know what I'm saying? She's a really crackpot. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna. She's telling she's telling people, she's telling the parents, if you see ISIS, don't let them off the bus. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't let them off the bus. Well, let's put it this way. The Worcester mayor could be subject to be arrested and charged for aiding, abetting, and criminal activity. Okay, so, I mean, there is investigations, carried out by the President of the United States. Follow federal laws. Don't, because I mean, if you don't follow federal laws, man, I mean, you're messing with the federal government. Like I said, these people, federal government, they don't want to hesitate kicking down your door. They don't care. They don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? They'll kick your door right down. They'll drag you up by your ears. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. Let me see. What was I here? But over the years of local agencies and elected officials have faced criticism and alerting ISIS about detained immigration by holding those individuals longer than needed. So the federal deportation agents can pick them up. Critics say that local agencies should not help deport minors, offenders, or people who criminal charges were dismissed, and there points out an immigration offense and civil, not criminal. Well, some of them could, I mean, there's a lot of ones with felony charges, criminal felony charges on them. I mean, if they have like civil and not criminal, I mean, I think I don't know how that works, but if you have a criminal record, you cannot stay in the United States. You would have to go back to your own country and clear up those charges that are actually against you. And let me see. So yeah. So you're civil, you know what I'm saying? If you have a civil case going on, civil case means a lawsuit or something. I mean, that shouldn't be anything, you know what I'm saying? So the Trump administration feels that the deportation by criminals will be top priority. So yeah, Trump administration official says deportation criminals will be a top priority. So he's right. So he's putting that as top priority. Immigration agents has it was the first Biden administration with a key different being the Trump base has said it could remove immigrants who haven't commit any crimes. So ICE is saying that they are nearly 65,000 immigration with a varying criminal history who the agencies who monitoring but not detain. Some have facing serious criminal charges other than very minor ones, including of those people on the agency monitoring more than 70 million in additional who are not in the ISIS custody. Let me see here. See what's going on here. All the monitoring, yep, all right. The people of the agency monitoring by 7 million individuals who are in ISIS custody, but 3 pages of Justice Department memos does not say that the enforcement effort will focus only on criminal. It doesn't frame immigration enforcement as national security and saying that transitional gangs, undocumented immigration, and the fentanyl crisis and engaging America's city studies shows how the little of no evidence that immigration included those who undocumented committed more crimes than a U.S. citizen born in this country. Wow, that is crazy, man. That is some crazy shit, man. Oh my God, man, including on documents. And during the Trump first administration, Justice Department, such as is withholding federal funding from sanctuary cities, such as pressure for them to abandon their policies. Several cities, included Chicago, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, sue and won a string of court rulings in declaring restrictions and legal thoughts and appeals of the court issuing conflicting decisions, and Trump feels that ultimately conditions some of Justice Department grants corporations with ICE. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm saying you gotta cooperate with the federal government. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. For me, legal immigration, man, the America's first legal and conservatives and organizations found by longtime Trump and immigration advisor Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller said that it put sanctuary cities on notice by December they could face prosecution if they failed to detain immigration elements by the president's agenda. I'm saying from the White House, and a letter from the America's First Legals went from 249 election officials across the United States, included California Attorney General Robert Bonds, Los Angeles Police Chief Jim McDonald, and the Attorney General in New Jersey. You see,
nonprofit organizations created by websites, trackers, but what is considered a sanctuary conjunction and publish contract information by elected officials by saying and violating the federal laws. Information elected officials saying by violating the federal laws in an interview a week by Plaskin said his state, like many other localities, work with ISIS to officially affiliated with the removal of several criminals, and he said the mass deportation campaign could lead to removal of law-abiding businesses leaders, law enforcement personnel who do not have permits to legal status of people brought to the United States as children. Wow. One of the greatest lies has been that anyone providing sanctuary to murderers and rapists, Pulaski said that to get to the kids and numbers of removals that he was talking about would have to remove people who have done nothing wrong in this nation. Uh, while there is no single definition as sanctuary junctions, hundreds of communities have passed ordinance of law to limit corporations with ISIS, according to the Immigration Legal Resources Center in San Francisco, based on nonprofits that have tracking issues for years of some refuse to share records, lets immigration agents into their jails or detain, arrest immigrations after they have posted bail so that ISIS can pick them up. States such as Illinois, Oregon, California have passed the sanctuary-style laws to protect immigration, while other states such as Texas ban sanctuary cities. Many lawyers say it is illegal for state and local officials to opt out federal immigration enforcement since the requests to detain immigration are not federal warrants signed by the judge. City's officials in Chicago reframing their refusal of cooperation with the department last week and aimed rumors of rumors of amendments of immigration raids in the city. Some law enforcement officers say working with ISIS destabilize their communities and making immigrants afraid to report crimes, and police also worry that they could be breaking the law by jailing people for civil immigration offenses. President Joe Biden had urged the Congress without success to grant of 11 million undocumented immigrants in the United States and a path of citizenship. Trump, however, has issued a string of executive orders since taking office. On Monday, it could make them all vulnerable for deportation. Trump passed as a promise to launch the largest domestic deportation operation in American history, and he has directed agencies across the federal government, including Defense Department, making immigration enforcement a priority. To President and his surrogates have repeatedly treated, threatened to push sanctuary injunctions. Oof, the guy's not messing around. The Emmanuel Brave of issues on Tuesday also instruct federal law enforcement agencies, including FBI and the Bureau of Prisons, and combo their files for any information that might help identify immigrants living legally in the United States to share within 60 days. An additional is in detail to potential reemployment of any terrorism and national security resources, including the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force, towards assigning the executive of President Trump's immigration related intensive. Those task forces are made up by federal law enforcement agencies, the Buzz states and local authorities, some in the cities where police are prohibited by local law enforcement participating immigration enforcement. Brave also wants so that the department would roll back several Biden errors in changing policies and reinstitute guidance and first issue by the Attorney General Jeff Sessions during the Trump first administration that Guy told prosecutors to pursue the most serious, really prohibited charges of criminal cases and those that carry the most significant possible sentence. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, the Attorney General. He's got a point there. You know what I'm saying? He has a point, and I'm going to agree with. Well, if the ones with some heavy criminal charges against them, like murder, felony, really heavy felony charges. I mean, yeah, I mean, them are the ones that's supposed to go. But if you have one out of 5 out of 3,000 of them, they only have civil cases like lawsuits and stuff like that, and misdemeanors. I mean, I probably would just put them aside. Okay, all right. So, okay, what are you being charged with? What are you being charged with? Okay, and all right. So you're being charged with this. All right. So that's a small crime. You know what I'm saying? So, like civil law. That's not even a crime. It's a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe a shoplifting or something. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing. I mean, that's just a misdemeanor charge. You know what I'm saying? So, but any heavy criminal charges like bank robbery, really severe, convictions. I mean, you'll never get, you'll never ever get a green card to come in the United States again ever. If you got that kind of heavy felonies on you and all, big huge criminal activities, like breaking and entering, robbing old ladies, breaking in people's houses, murdering people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'll never ever see the United States again, ever. You know what I'm saying? Because they will not issue a green card. And you know what? Know what else too? And you know what else is going to embrace the R&V? Oh, no more license being given out. Hello, everybody. No more license being given out. So the license that you have now will expire. You know what I'm saying? So it will expire. And but again, you would have to renew it if you're from Mexico, if you're from Venezuela, or wherever you're from. You'll have to renew your license over there. Thank the good Lord. My God. I mean, all these money that that these people was, all these local officials, man, like Moore Healy, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know why the flags today are half staffed today. Well, because of immigration, there's a lot of people going back to Mexico. Walls going up as we speak. Drill, baby, drill. We're getting our gas cars back. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting everything back. You know what I'm saying? So it's, but I'm going to tell you that I was watching, when I was watching inauguration and, on YouTube, I was watching Barron. You know what I'm saying? Barron with his hands, gestures like this, shaking hands with people, being in the spotlight. My opinion on that, when he's 35 years old in 2040 or 36, he's going to be, I believe he's going to be the next president of the United States, because I see how he follows his father's footsteps. Okay, I see that. He does. He follows his father's footsteps all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's awesome. So when you're following your father's footsteps. So I mean, it is. So I'm gonna look at state. I'm gonna look at state. STATE. Officials. Let's see here. What do we got here? Last state of the terrorism of the United States on WeekPad. Alphabetical list of 50 states in the U.S. 50states.com of the state and capitals. U.S. Department of State homes. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's see here. Governor Ron DeSantis. By Florida.com officials. Let's see here. Office of website by Charlotte County, Texas County Administration. Let's see what Ron DeSantis has to say about things. Oh, he's got a photo gallery here. Update on the Gulf winter weathers and systems and states. Honduras, Tennessee, Florida. Yeah. No, it wasn't. Let me see. Lieutenant governors. No, I was looking for Governor, Massachusetts. Let's see. Let's see what this is about. Yep. All right, let's see what this Moore Healy's got going here. A governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Chief Executive Office of Governor of Massachusetts, governor of the head of the state cabinets, and combined chief of the Commonwealth Military Force. Massachusetts has a Republican system of governors that is an anch of presidential system, and governors act like head governors of having districts roles of form that legislative branches and governors fear reaching political obligations, included commercial and political duties to governors. Also sign bills into laws and has veto power to governors and members of Massachusetts Governor's Council, Populatory Election Council, and 8 members provide advice to consent to the contain legal matters and appointments. Let's see what's the election. Let's see what's on her agenda. History and role in governors, executive of Massachusetts, sense of royal charters, and 1628 original rules. I want to see what she passed. Did for the past couple of constitutional rules. She's had done politically. Head of the state, head of the government, head of the governor's council, cabinets. Salary. Well, a governor gets 185,000, which would be in 2022 officials' websites. Shouldn't even be getting that much. April 3rd. Yeah, that's a lot of money. 185,000. 2022 salary website officials. Let me see. Let me see. Well, how many governors that we have? Lieutenant governors. Frank G. Allen, 1878, 1958, 1831, 1804. Wow, he was a Republican in 167, 2027. Wow. Yeah, this state, in 1924, Massachusetts governmental elections were held in November 4th. 1924. Wow. Blue State, Democratic, Joseph Hall. I'm just looking around. I just want to see what's going on. Yeah. She's a 73 governor. Lieutenant governors and representatives of some parties as governors on less notice. Just want to see what's going on. Sorry, I'm going to give you guys a long video today. Just looking at some governors right now. John Hancock, 1731, 1793. Wow. All McGray. Thomas Cushing, 1725, 1788. Lieutenant governor, acting governor, James Bolton, 1726, 1990, 38. Second governor. First, second acting governor, and the second. John Hancock, June 1st, 1987, October 8th, 1993, died in the office. Samuel Adams, 1722, 1803. He was an acting governor too. Governor's Council chair. This guy here was a governor's council chair by Thomas, May 20th, 1800, May 30th, 1800. Yeah, Bill Strong. Yeah, it was wow, they had Green, Level Lincolnshire, 1749 to 1820, served as governor. Actually, Level Lincolnshire, yeah, Democratic lieutenant governor, acting. He was an acting one. Oh, these were all governors that were John Davis, Martin, George and Briggs, George and Barrow, John H. Clifford, 1809, 1876. Yeah. Wow, these people are old. Alexander Bullock, 1816, 1882, January 6, 1882. He was also a Republican too at the time, 1866. William Coffine, William B. Washburn, Thomas Tablet. Washburn was 1820 to 1887. John Q. A. Burkett, and he was also a Republican. Oh, we had a lot of Republicans. We had, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He was a Republican and a Democrat at the same time. Republican and, 18, 20, 21, 22. Federalist, 18, 19. But I want to see what Healy had done in the past. Well, I mean, I'm trying to find out what is. All right, so now I'm going to have to go look. I don't want to go Charlie Baker, 1956. He was also Republican. Charlie Baker was also Republican. Should have kept him in there. Mitt Romney was a Republican also. Now you got Moore Healy and Kim Driscoll. Two buttes, man. Two buttes. Let's see. What is? I need a budget for governors. Governors budget. The governors file. Jeez, this woman is nuts. Governor Healy and Lieutenant Governor Driscoll filed a $59.6 billion fiscal year of 26 budget. Wow. Jeez. Governor Moore Healy, Lieutenant Governor Driscoll, Executive Office of Administration Finance, $59.6 billion fiscal 2026. Balance of the responsible spending plan processes transformational investments in transportation and higher education, evidence of gateways to pre-K agendas, and continue to make Massachusetts more affordable and comprehensive. And 2.6% budget growth is under rates to inflation, and governors also filed a fair share of supplemental budget to spend surplus fiscal year in 2024. Softening revenue. Boston, let's see. The Healy and Driscoll administration filed a fiscal year of 2026 FY26 budget recommendation of $59.6 billion plan to addition to $1.95 billion in surtax spending that would stabilize the MBTA establishment, critical investment, transportation, and higher education infrastructure, and responsibility and control spending in a way that projects key services make Massachusetts affordable, improvement in quality of life. Your fiscal of 2026 budget is a proposal balancing towards looking for blueprints and then met the needs to our residents and businesses as while taking care of the tax dollars we're making. A stabilization by MBTA, fix our roads and bridges and regional transits and modernizing and a college campuses while creating good jobs in Governor Moore Healy. Governor Moore Healy is the budget is also child care, calling effort, affordability, tax cuts, and housing, veterans, and services, and more. We are able to build the progress while controlling spending and tightening our belts just as a family and businesses doing across the state. Higher residents and businesses and local officials are daily based on what challenges and facing. I am proud to weigh to that budget is responsible those who need while also making sure Massachusetts is substantially supported by programs and services, which is everyone in Massachusetts. Realize Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll, we're fully funded and the Students Opportunity Act and making sure that the K-12 schools have credible access to resources and their students and educators needed growth in local boosting Chapter 9 funding, improving roads and budgeting and creatively investing in infrastructure. These budgets is filed by the House and one fully funding by the 50th year of the Students Opportunity Act, increasing unrestricted general government aid by 2.2% and using investors strategy, maximizing fares by revenue, stabilized by MBTA, boosted by Chapter 90, funding of $300 million per year by the next 5 years, and investing billions of transportation systems, higher education, and with the 59.6 billion in non-surtaxes spending, House One limited growth of budget of 2.6%, which is under current rate inflations and responsibilities and control groups, and appreciably linked by spending with modest and revenue by growth at the same time, but the budget is proposed by 1.95 billion in spending is by voters and approved fares and shares and supports by transforming investments in education and transportation. Okay, that's one review, baby. Budgeting FY26. Wow, that's fair share, huh? Yeah, fair share. Give me my fair share, man. I want 26.9%, man. You know what I'm saying? I want the money, man. Pay me, man. I mean, I'm a resident. Governor Healy, Lieutenant Governor Driscoll, executive office administration, facility administrations. If you want to contact your administration, contact the agencies by phone numbers, Maine 617-727-2440. Beacon Street, State House, room 373, Boston, Mass. Directions, you want to go there, 617-727-2779. If you have any complaints, if you have a complaint, you can call us. You can call the State House. Review budget FY 2029. I already looked at I want to look at the 2026 budget. Vito. Statewide summaries. Let's see what's going on here. Come on. Should go 135,700,000.356. Can't give office, technology services. Wow, this is a budget tracking. Historical budget. Wow. Ooh. Historical housing, executive office, labor workforce. Ow. Administration finance, specific and statewide summary. Wow, this is like Supreme Judicial Court, County Supreme Judicial Court, Clerk's Office. This is, these are line items, man. Eastern District Attorney, State Police, Eastern E6 District Attorney, 14,216. Wow, it's all the money. Look at these people, overtime. Northwestern District Attorney, State Police, overtime, 365,620.622. This is crazy. Cape Cod Island District Attorney. Yeah, previous. Wow. Local distributing local spendings. This is what I was looking for right here. FY25 filing budget. Well, the Maura T. Healy of the Honorable Senator of the House of Representatives, pursuant to Section 5, Article 63 of the amendment to the Constitution, we are today signing H480, an act marketing appreciation for the fiscal year of 2025 for the maintenance of the department, board, commission, institution, and certain activities of the Commonwealth of interest of sinking funds and several bond requirements, and for the certain permanent improvement and returning certain portions of to you for reconsideration of the fiscal year of 2025 FY25 budget is a second our administration has developed in collaboration with the lieutenant, and we are appreciating for ongoing partnership as we are working together to advance our share and goals of making Massachusetts more affordable, requirements comprehensive, in places to live, working, and government businesses. The budget we are signing today is $57.78 billion spending plan for FY25 reflects of 3.1% growth over the last fiscal year, including $1.3 billion of surtax spending and the keep spending lines for ratings inflations. We are settling into the past budget and activity. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Man, yeah, I just found all this stuff, man. Yeah. Sometimes I just like to 250 million for K-12 education, including 170 million to guaranteed actions, free meals for. All right. Well, I already know about that one. Fully funding Chapter 257 rating services of human services provided 390 million. Expand transitional aid for families for depend on children, emergencies, aid, and elderly disability children through the 10% of benefits increasing of 496 million of 180 million, and repeatedly 124.1 million for the Department of Developed Services, and turning 22 programs, 40.0 million, an increase in rates for nursing facilities, providing 14.7 million for mental health services, including, this stuff that you need. And new 1.0 million investments for dual certificates programs and departments of public health, and 5.5 million children advocacy center, 5.55 thousand increases over the FY24, 2.0 million in facility supports at Massachusetts Youth Division and programs at the Department of Youth Services. Workforce Department provided 15.9 million summaries and job programs by at-risk youth and youth workers, and stabilized wages in facilities and careers and development for at-risk youth. Provide 99.6 million For Korea's technical institutions included 3.3 million for registries and apprenticeships programs to find approximately 1,000 placements, 8.9 million for mass hire centers and centers for provide original workforce trainings and employment placement services of 29 locations. Services and veterans funds of service 193.5 million and 1% increase for providing historical levels and support for Charlie's and Holyoke Soldiers Home with a combined of 87.4 million. Energy for appreciate the percentage and totals of FY25 by the GAA spending and Executive Office of Energy and Mental Affairs, which is included 10 million food security infrastructure grants, 20 million for Massachusetts Clean Energy Centers and support for technology and clean homes and workforce and training programs, included clean energy industrial 8.7 for environment. I'm getting tired. Justice millions and declaration, cleaning clearance house and for energy for stations of storage. Wow, I'm getting tired, man. Getting tired. All right, this is the last one. 42.3 million. Energy food assistance, 4.1 million, and considerable dates for surplus for support new disaster relief funds, criminal justice and public safety, 16 million in savings. Thought that the closure of MCI Concord, 5.3 million for nonprofits. Security grants, 13.3 million for gang prevention grants, technology and cybersecurity, code files and digital accessibility and equality by government, board and positions of chief IT office by the CIAO. 4.2 million for technology, modernizing, and hardware maintenance and contracts. 70 million for advanced threats to protection software and other upgrades. One again, thank you for lieutenants and from the ongoing partnership that working with us and delivering responsibilities impact that the FY14 budget will deliver for the people for Massachusetts. Required affiliate by Mr. Mrs. Moore Healy, Mrs. or Mr. I don't even know what to call it, by Kimberly Driscoll and Lieutenant Governor. All right, all done. See that? Yeah, I read all this stupid stuff, man. All the emotional spending and stuff that section. Let me see this here. Let's see what this section is about. Seeing this honorable this and Article I-5 and amended by Article XC Section 3 for Constitutional Law of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts returning for the amendment of Section 116 and Housing Bill of 4800 and Act of making approximately for physical and 25. I ain't reading all this again, man. This is all nuts, man. This is like 2 pages, 3 pages, or so. Yeah, it's like 2 pages. Kimberly Driscoll, yeah. Moore Healy, governor. Yeah, so I mean, but there's a lot of things going on here. So, but I'm going to go back to articles that I was reading, and so that way we can. Hey, this is a long one, huh? Let's see here. News. Give me some news. News, sports. News and sports, man. Make some news and sports and entertainment, and I'll go with the weather at the end. ACLU.com, sports and weather, entertainment, local lifestyle. Let's see what this is. Let me see what we got here. Annual business, home gardening news. Let's see what we got here. I ain't trying it for free. Go to hell. The feds arrest a free joint January 6th. Defendants on prior guns and charges of days after he was pardoned. Yeah. I ain't getting involved with that stuff. Let me see, Medicare. Generally, enrollments prior of new enrollment by start 3 months before you're 65 or 3 months after the month or year of 65. Enroll contract the Social Security to speak with a licensed agent in Chapter Medicare who can help you answer your questions and help you find the right plan for you. Let's see, what else we got here? We got to get some news here. See what the food industry has got to say today. Pizza, let me see this. Mediterranean grilled pizza. Oh, margarine throughout the lemon, butter, and spice. Let's see, business. Let's see what we got here for business here. Las Vegas Hotel Workers Union is reaching a deal with a casino to end the largest strike. Starbucks policy changes in Flushing for debates over police restrooms access. These are the jobs and 25 according to Indeed. Samsung aims for turning to next generation for galaxies and smartphones into the AI companies. Woo, baby. Let me see what else is on. A couple of issues by JetBlue after Black allegedly links the plane crash true home. Industrial Southeastern border. Trump's tariffs and .com. You see this? The huge industrial park. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is I'm all done. This is Dave Bean, Fall Media News. Whoever was watching, I want to thank everybody for watching. That's your news for this Wednesday. So take care, everybody. Have a great night. And we'll be on next Wednesday at 6:30. Sorry for the lateness today.